Yes, sugarcane makes great juice, but did you know that Luxor sugarcane train has been running for more than 100 years? Allow us to reintroduce ourselves.
Our name is GoingGoing.BackBack.
In 2019, we had 3 kids under 5, a new minivan, and a house full of things.
With our eldest due to start school in a few months, we decided it was now or never to take an extended vacation. And so we set off to explore the world and be back in time for his first day.
We were several months into our trip when the pandemic hit and schools around the globe shut down.
It confirmed the idea that was already brewing in our minds, that there was no better classroom than the one our kids were already in, the world.
We sold our minivan, gave away everything that couldn't fit into a suitcase, and became full-time travelers.
Join us as we very slowly travel the world, going, back.
We're going way back on this one. We have to do a little bit of a history lesson to show just how Egypt became one of the most viable sources of sugarcane in the entire world. In the late 19th century, Khedive Ismail's sugarcane factories were a significant driving force behind Egypt's economy. The sugarcane industry was a vast contributor to the country's income, and the sugarcane factories were a critical part of the success. One key aspect of this success was the use of sugarcane trains to transport harvested sugarcane from the farms to the factories. Khedive Ismail was a shrewd businessman and a visionary leader. He recognized the potential of the sugarcane industry and invested heavily in its development. He established sugarcane factories across Egypt, which would eventually employ hundreds and thousands of workers. He recognized the importance of transportation and initiated the construction of a network of sugarcane trains that will be an essential part of the sugarcane industry. Khedive Ismail would spend millions on transportation, irrigation, schools, and telegraph lines. Although modern modes of transportation have been developed, the sugarcane trains remain a crucial aspect of the industry, playing a vital role in the transportation of sugarcane from the farms to the factories. After he launched an unsuccessful war against the Ethiopians, several deals with foreign investors trying to rapidly modernize Egypt, his willing and dealing plunged Egypt into an unsurmountable debt. So in 1875, he sold the Egyptian shares that he had owned to the British government. Wow. Now let's move forward in time, several hundred years. Located on the west bank of Luxor, Egypt, the sugarcane train continues to play a vital role in the transportation of sugarcane from the fields to the processing plants. The train has a long and fascinating history dating back to the 19th century, when the sugarcane industry was at the height of its prosperity. The sugarcane train operates on a track that is just over 2 miles long and runs from the village of Gorna to the entrance of the Valley of the Kings. The train stops at several points along the way, including the famous Colossi of Memnon. The sugarcane train in Luxor, Egypt, is a symbol of Egypt's rich history and unique culture. My next-door neighbor and friend in Egypt, Captain Gabor, allowed my family and I to go straight to the fields where the sugarcane train was in action. And boy, were we in for the surprise of our lives. Captain Gabor was actually good friends with the conductor of the sugarcane train, and he was eager to tell his friend about his new American and Australian friends. The conductor asked, would we like to come aboard the sugarcane train? Yes. He said this is something that no tourist has ever done. So this will be a first, riding the sugarcane train in Luxor, Egypt. Wow. I was so excited. My middle child wasn't too thrilled about it. She didn't want to hop on the train. She thought we were just going for a photo op. She had no idea that we were going to get to ride on the sugarcane train. So my son and my youngest and I hopped aboard the sugarcane train in Luxor, Egypt.
Sorry. I told you.
We are live on the sugarcane
What
train.
happens if I push the
Where you get your
red button?
sugarcane?
I want you when you come back. Don't go far away.
I felt like a big kid. I felt like I was conducting the sugarcane train. As the train chugged along the track, we were treated with sweeping views of the Nile, surrounded by mountains and the archaeological sites of the Valley of the Kings. Originally constructed at the turn of the 20th century, the engine and rail cars were imported from the United States to support the development of the sugarcane industry. The train system consists of a small diesel engine that has been running for over 100 years, coupled with several open-air rail cars. The sugarcane train runs on a narrow-gauge track, which allows the train to navigate through narrow paths between the fields. The train is pulled by a small diesel engine, which powers several open-air rail cars.
I'm not actually going to move find where a driver is.
Conductor.
Oh. I felt
Now you get this more and then you go back. Click. Yeah. Yes. This was one of the coolest experiences of my travels so far. The sugar industry in Egypt has undergone several significant changes since the time of Khedive Ismail. However, the industry's significance remains just as critical today. Captain Gabber did it again. This was an amazing experience that my family will never forget. So the next time you're in Luxor, Egypt, grabbing a sugarcane juice, remember, that sugarcane came from the sugarcane train. Try saying that 3 times fast. All right, and there you have it, the sugarcane train in Luxor, Egypt. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button and join us next time as we continue to bring you exciting adventures from around the world. Going, back.